叮啊，聽到叮叮聲啊！佢揮手，我揮手，所以歪咗。即係佢俾唔俾我上先個中途站？呢個遊客中心出面。我估喺呢度過馬路，因為呢度有佢個位。我都行埋一邊先，我驚佢唔停俾我太近嗰度站。你估？我睇可唔可以俾我咁上先？唔俾我上啊！原來佢唔俾我上啊！
the Whitehourse and Yukon Canada family of companies expanded to include docks, trains, stagecoaches, sleighs, buses, stern-wheelers, trucks, ships, airplanes, and hotels. The trolley we are riding operates on the original railway that was constructed to connect Skagway, Alaska to Whitehorse during and after the gold rush. The WP and YR Railway, which runs from Whitehorse to Skagway, played an important role in the Second World War and the Alaska-Canada Highway. The U.S. Army leased the railroad, and trains were crewed by engineers when the Army transportation to work. Trains ran around the clock moving personnel and equipment necessary to build the highway. The railroad closed in 1982. But while the mining industry waned and the tourism industry flourished, the railway reopened in 1988. Each summer it carries visitors the first 110 kilometers up the track from Skagway to Carcross. What you see here is actually the second Whitehourse and Yukon Route Railway depot. The first was constructed in October 1900 but burned down in the fire of 1905, which raised most of Front Street. The damage would have been equivalent to roughly $6 million today. It is believed that the fire started in the barber shop just across the road where the Edgewater Hotel is today. This next building, also damaged in the 1905 fire, is Whitehorse's first fire department, which ironically has had fires in it twice. It opened in 1901 and was staffed entirely by volunteers. Fire protection improved after 1905, and in 1942, Whitehorse got its first fire truck, followed by 3 firefighters in 1943. In 1947-45, the Canadian Army assumed responsibility for the fire hall and worked alongside the civilian department. In 1962, however, the Army moved their fire hall up the hills in Canada, so the city increased the staff and purchased a second fire truck. The fire hall is now on 2nd Avenue and was built in 1965. The old fire hall is now on Canadian Circuit. Throughout the first half of the 20th century, the main way to travel around the Yukon was by stern-wheeler. At that time, the Whitehorse waterfront was a very busy place. Shipwrights were building steamboats in the shipyards of the British Yukon Navigation Company, and stern-wheelers were traveling the Yukon River unloading cargo and passengers onto the docks. The WP and YR controlled the entire rail and water system for moving goods in and out of Whitehorse. As a result, Whitehorse served as a major operational base and became a company town. Most of the industry was generated by railway, so people would work in rail or shipping and build homes on the waterfront or in Whiskey Flats, Moccasin Flats, and Sigby Hollow, which were thriving squatter communities. In the 1950s, the opening of an all-weather road signaled the end of the stern-wheeler era. Now that goods could be transported by truck year-round, many stern-wheelers were pulled out of the railroad for good and the shipyards closed. Those interested in stern-wheelers can head over to the SS Conda right by Rotary Park. Just ahead of us, what is now Rotary Park was once a vibrant squatter community called Whiskey Flats. Whiskey butts was a legacy of the boom years that hit Whitehourse during the Second World War, when housing was scarce. It was a mix of old U.S. Army barracks and homemade plywood shacks. Since the land was owned by the Whitehouse Company or the federal government, residents lived tax-free. By 1950, there were more than 700 people squatting on the waterfront, making up about a third of Whitehorse's population at the time. After the bridge to Riverdale was completed and lots opened in the new subdivision of Water Creek, pressure was on to clean up Whiskey Flats. Many of the residents left or relocated, and thousands of pounds of junk were removed from the area. By the summer of 1964, the flats were completely cleared.
回程車，係另一個人揸，喺另 係樹，真係唔好意思啦。對面個山好似安達臣咁。喂，好邊啊？呢個色卡通咁嗰啲雲，奇俊啲雲。震啊，所以都有，所以要學遠咗。咁呢啲凳呢係我嘗試去喐佢，係喐唔到，一 lock 咗。原來正常應該喐到嘅，有條位可以前後蹬嘅。佢就係嗰個叮叮啦，踩個叮叮同埋佢個手嗰個響半按。呢個速度係同香港嘅叮叮係一樣嘅。好，到站。